it.
I'm going to hell. What is going on, you guys? It's Extreme here, and I am back with another episode of Road to Max Prestige, a series I do every single day at 8 a.m. Pacific time. Now, for those of you that are new around here, hopefully you will enjoy today's episode, and if you do, hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. Now, if you want to help me out, for any of you out there that enjoy these videos and ever wonder why I don't have that many more subs, it's because a lot of people don't see my videos. So if you want to help me out, you can hit that like, share, or favorite button. It would mean a lot to me if you did. Just saying. And that was quite possibly the cheesiest fucking intro I've ever done, but I'm gonna go with it, because fuck it. And considering what I'm talking about today, a cheesy intro will do. Actually, it's more like a cheap intro. I don't know. I've done better. Anyways, you guys, yesterday I told you about the worst sexual experience I have ever had. And I thought I'd follow that up with the worst experience I had after I'd had sex with someone. Now, I'm going to give you guys a brief backstory of the situation leading up to what happened. So, obviously, I met somebody. Things happened. Ta-da! Everything is right in the world, if you will. I got laid. Now, the thing was, though, going into the situation, if you will, she had told me that she was kind of more interested in a boyfriend, and she really wanted to find someone that wanted to be with her and date her and all that. And I made it clear to her that I was still dealing with the issues, or the fallout, more specifically, of my previous relationship. She said, okay, that's fine, I understand. Are you open to more? And I said, not right now, maybe in like 6-8 months, but not right now. I'm still dealing with this, you know, like, I just want to have fun. You know, I don't want to have any responsibilities. I don't want to be tied down to anybody. I just want to have fun. Which was the honest to God truth, you know. And she said, okay, that's fine. So, do you want to hang out and, you know, get down and dirty? Actually, she was more colorful with her description. I'm just going to go with that. Of course, I say yes. She and I get down and dirty. Quite possibly some of the best sex I've ever had, by the way. It really was good. All right, I have to give the girl her due. She was enjoyable in bed. Oh my god. Outside of it, not so much. So we finish up. Everything's done. Day of. And afterwards, she starts telling me how she's falling in love with me and she wants to be my girlfriend and she'll do anything she has to do to make that happen, you know. She really wants to be with me. She cares so much about me. We talked for 2 fucking weeks. Now, I'm not going to say it's impossible to fall in love with someone in under a week. I've done it. I fall real fast like. But we didn't talk for 2 weeks. We talked over the course of 2 weeks, maybe 3 times. So yeah, I was a little freaked out by her revelation. I explained to her that once again, like, you know, I told you this when we met up, you know, before we met up, that like, dude, come on, chica, no, I don't want a girlfriend. And she said, I know, but I really care about you, and, you know, I really want to be with you. And I tell her, I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't want that. I really don't. And that's not going to change. It's not going to change tomorrow. It's not going to change next week. And you telling me how you feel doesn't change how I feel, but it does make me say, I'm sorry you feel this way. I wish you told me this beforehand, because this wouldn't have happened. Because I don't do shit like that. Like, I don't take advantage of people. And it bothered the hell out of me that she waited until after to tell me how she felt. Granted, it's still a little nutty that she suddenly found herself in love with me, but still, I was like, okay, this is so creepy and uncomfortable. I don't want to be here anymore. Moving on. And that's exactly what I did. You know, I basically told her, like, look, I'm sorry. I can't talk to you anymore. I don't want to lead you on. I don't want to give you the wrong impression. I really wish you told me how you felt beforehand, because I feel like a total tool right now. She got pissed. understood. That was the end of it. I went back to doing my thing. She went back to doing her thing. Now, I thought that was the end of things. And that sounds like a pretty shitty situation to go through, but it got worse. Because just a few weeks later, she sends me a text message. More specifically, she sends me just a picture message. And in that picture good Lord. In that picture message is a picture of a positive pregnancy test. An at-home pregnancy test, by the way. And I'm like, God damn it. After about 30 minutes of conflicting thoughts bouncing around in my head, frustration and annoyance, and confusion, I reach out to her and I ask, so obviously this is happening. What do you want to do? She goes, what do you mean what do I want to do? Are you asking if I'm going to have an abortion? I'm all, no. I would never ask that question, but I am curious, what are your plans before I say anything? And she said, well, obviously I'm keeping it, which, okay, cool, it's fine with me. And I tell her, okay, well, then I ask again, what are you doing? What are we doing? Like, how are we doing this? And I'm basically telling her, like, look, here's the deal. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna help you out as best I can. I'm gonna help you take care of this baby. But that's it. And I tell her as such. And she says it's fine. But I ask that you give us a chance. And I'm like, that's not gonna happen. But I will consider it. It's something we can discuss later on. Okay. Cool. That was the end of the conversation. 3 hours, and that was how we ended the conversation. So, a couple days go by, she and I talk and all that, and she starts telling me stuff about how she's, has a doctor's appointment, she's gonna go for a sonogram and all this stuff. And at the time, my dumb ass was just, yeah, okay, like, I there's nothing really I can do, I've got to wait 9 months before I really have to deal with this, but it's fucking with me, and it's got me on edge, and I'm starting to think, like, at the time I was still unemployed. I'm still unemployed technically, I don't make any money off of this. So, and I was doing YouTube after this whole incident happened, by the way, just for those of you wondering. And I'm freaked out, I'm like, I can't provide for this kid, I'm going to have to, I don't know if this woman's the right woman for my, for this situation. I really don't like this. This is the worst situation I could have ever found myself in. And I tried to avoid this exact scenario from ever happening. So after about a month, I start realizing some things. Stuff's not matching up. Things are just not right, there's no other way to put it. Just shit's not making sense to me. And I tell her as such. I tell her, I go, hey, some of this stuff that you've been telling me doesn't really make sense. Why did you go for a sonogram? I mean, you're only a month, you're not even a full month along yet, right? And she goes, no, I'm good. I can go for a sonogram and all this other stuff. But nothing was making sense. And then I start thinking about the day in which she and I had sex. And I ask her, are you sure? Like, because, yeah. And she gives me a date. Just one problem. She and I didn't have sex on that day. In fact, I didn't meet her until about 2 weeks later. So I'm like, wait a minute, hold up here. Something ain't right. This is a little fishy. Put two and two together. I asked some friends of mine who are in the medical field, and more specifically are in that particular medical field, and they all tell me, dude, she's playing you. So I call her out on it, and she throws a huge temper tantrum and says that I'm playing games, though. This is bullshit. I don't want anything to do with her, this baby. And I'm all, you're right. I want nothing to do with you. There is no baby. That was the last time I heard from her. Now, sometime later, I'm not going to be specific. Sometime later, I run into somebody who happens to know her. And it was just a pure coincidence that these two individuals knew each other. And this person tells me that she is known for doing this exact thing. She can't get pregnant because of a health issue she has. Which, yes, I knew about. So after all that, after a month of just like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening, yada, yada, yada. After all that, to find out over a year later what I'd come to believe to be true was in fact true, that this chick was full of shit. It was a sense of vindication. But guys, I've said this before, I will say this again. If you're going to have sex, trust me when I say this, put a fucking condom on. That is all. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I will be back tomorrow with another story. So stay tuned. More to come. Until next time, adios. She made the comment, you know, I really haven't had a chance to take a shower today. You know, I got back from the gym a while ago, and I didn't think anything of it. Didn't think anything of it. Not a concern. I really should have paid more attention. So eventually, things start to get smooth. She kept saying, you know, you hungry? You want something to eat? And I'm like, yeah, I'm hungry. I want something to eat. Yeah. And, oh God. So she says, no, we're not doing that. No, I haven't had a chance to take a shower, blah, 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 blah. She kept saying that. And I never really, at the time, I was like, what the fuck?